Hey, what's happening, Nation? It's Joku. Remember when the Chargers kicked the shit out of us in week 4? Because I sure as hell do. Justin Herbert ended up going off, throwing for 222 and 3 touchdowns, no picks. And freaking Austin Eckler destroyed us the entire fucking game. He averaged almost 8 yards a carry, went for over 100 yards, scored a touchdown, and caught another touchdown. He was one of the main reasons that the Raiders ended up losing this game. Another reason why we lost this Chargers game is because we cannot stop the tight end. Both their tight ends freaking scored last time we played. That is something that this defense has struggled with all season long. And it's going to be another one of the big key factors to if we win this game or not. But the bottom line is this. The Raiders lost this game because our offensive line completely sucked. Derek Carr played like complete shit. He didn't even break 200 yards. He threw that pick. He ended up getting a strip sack. He did throw 2 touchdowns in that game, but it just wasn't enough. His feet were moving fast as shit, and he was dumping that ball off like it was going out of style. To the point that Joey Bosa was talking shit about it after the game. But I will tell you right now, you could have had any quarterback in the NFL throughout history playing behind that offensive line, and they would have been shit on just as badly as Derek Carr was in that game. Then the Chargers held our running game to 48 yards. And I will give Josh Jacobs some shit about this, even though the offensive line was complete trash. He was still definitely in his slump at this point. I am fully expecting to see him extremely pissed off Sunday night, and I am expecting a huge game out of him. I am calling it right now. He goes over 100 yards with 2 touchdowns. There were a few players that ended up having pretty damn good games against the Chargers, even though we lost this shit. Hunter Renfrow was the first one. This was the game where he ended up lighting up that receiver on the fake punt and popping that ball out and just crushing the shit out of him on the sideline. But he also had 6 catches for 45 yards and a touchdown, and that right there would end up breaking the all-time Raider record. Y'all have no idea how badly I want to see his scrappy little ass own that record. Zay Jones and Bryan Edwards combined for 2 catches and 9 yards. Defensively, Corey Littleton and Perryman pretty much led the way as far as the defense went, but Amik Robertson ended up having a pretty damn big game. I am not expecting to see very much of him in this game coming up if he's even active for it, but he ended up having a few good plays. But the main dude that stood out on the defensive side of the ball was Darius Philon, dude. He ended up having 2 sacks and played incredibly well against that Chargers front line. I'm fully expecting another big game from him. It comes down to this. This is not the same Raider team that played the Chargers in week 4. We've had more turnover and more bullshit happen to us over this season that I truly believe this team has come together more than any other team in the NFL at this point. Combine that with the fact our offensive line has finally gelled as one cohesive unit and they've been looking a hell of a lot better, and that is going to be the thing that wins the Raiders this game, because I'm telling you right now, our offensive line was humiliated in that game, and then they talk shit about the dude that he was supposed to be protecting. These offensive West matchups are always won in the trenches, and our trenches are going to be pissed off and playing extremely dirty. We are going to crush this Chargers team on Sunday night. I'm calling 35-17, just a true ass kicking. Derek Carr goes completely off and sets the tone and shuts everyone up going into the playoffs. Josh Jacobs, albeit banged up, ends up still going off. And this defense will take Eckler completely out of this game. Yannick and Crosby are going to feast on Herbert. Hope y'all are ready for this, Nation. We are going to the playoffs this season. That's pretty much what I have for you guys tonight, man. Hit me up in that comment section. If you can click that like on the way out, it really does help me out. But until the next one, I'm Joku, and we will see y'all later.